All right, we are going to make a fun Halloween treat called zombie boogers. That's right.
Zombie boogers.
Yes, zombie boogers. So the first thing we're gonna do before we do anything is what?
Wash our hands.
So the first thing that we need to do is we need to get a cup of sugar and you're gonna pour it in here. Okay, so Janelle, go ahead. So 1 cup of sugar.
That one? That's probably good right, Mommy.
Do about 1 more spoon.
Okay.
There you go.
Is it
Okay,
okay?
yeah, that's good. Pour it in.
Alright.
All right, now we need a 1/2 cup of butter. Yeah, you need that whole thing. You gotta go to that line. So you're gonna have to...
I turned it off for you. Okay. Alright.
Okay, so now we need a 1/4 cup.
Of oil.
It's not oil, it's corn syrup.
Corn syrup.
So only to that line.
I'm gonna do it over the same glass. Good idea. Right
Yeah. Perfect.
there. That's why we use corn syrup. It actually does look like syrup.
Just pour it all the way in.
Just no like.
So then what we're gonna do now is no, not yet. We're gonna put this on the stove and have it come to a boil. Once it comes to a boil, we will then add the food coloring and the baking soda, but this will have to boil first. So what I did was, I just stirred all the ingredients that we put in, so the sugar, the corn syrup, and the butter, and as you can see, it's starting to boil. So once it starts to boil, that's when we need to add the baking soda and the food coloring. So Janelle is gonna add 3/4 tablespoon of baking soda. Go ahead and dump that in. Good job.
Do I put it back in? I'll do.
And then we do 10 drops of green food coloring. Okay, and then go ahead and get the yellow. And then so now you have to do 20 yellows. And we are using the McCormick food coloring that it suggested in the recipe.
7.
Okay. So now we're just gonna stir it all up and we are gonna take it off the stove. I'll just stir this up a little bit more. I have it in my hand. So as you can see, I kind of thought when we did the first batch, I thought this looked like Slimer from Ghostbusters.
It does.
Oh, I can see that. Hello, Slimer.
Right? Isn't his name Slimer?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm gonna take this, which is really hot from the stove, and we are gonna pour it onto the popcorn. So this is 10 cups of popcorn, and what it tells you to do is pour it over the popcorn. It says evenly, but you know, your choice. And it came out pretty good. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the top on. We're just gonna squish this down a little. Unfortunately, this was the biggest bowl that we had. And then we're just gonna shake it. If it doesn't shake, we'll just try to put it in a different dish.
So we put them into different separate bowls. One thing we've learned with the second batch is to use
Tupperware or something plastic.
yes, because hers is shaking amazing, but mine is stuck on the bowls. Okay,
We're gonna hold off putting these in the pans until that beeps. But one thing that we noticed too is from the first batch, the girls took a little bit longer putting the color dyeing or the food coloring in. So we probably should have left it on medium just for a little bit longer, but we will make it work. What we're gonna do next is we're gonna take the pans and cover them with aluminum foil. So the main reason to do the aluminum foil too is that with it being so sticky, it's not gonna stick to your pan. All right, now let's go ahead and pour yours in here, and we are gonna spread it evenly. Yeah.
I got this on.
This is not as sticky as the first batch, and again, I think it's because we took it off the stove probably a little bit sooner than it needed to be. But again, once we put it in the oven, I think everything will kind of spread. If not, this will just be
a sticky batch.
A little bit more of a sticky batch, yeah. But that looks pretty good, Nellies. So go ahead and put that on the stove.
One.
What's happening with the pets?
I think he's losing her mind.
And Bella's sitting here begging.
So again, the glass bowl, not a good idea. But lesson learned. This is our first time making it. Don't use a glass bowl. Live and learn, right? Live and learn.
Yep.
It's still a fun Halloween treat. It's popcorn. Who doesn't love popcorn?
I love it.
And it's got a little green stuff on it. So now what we need to do is we need to put it in the oven. And it goes in for an hour at 200 degrees. And every 15 minutes it tells you to just flip it. It will start to melt again, obviously, in the oven. So some of this isn't fully coated like the other one was. But again, every 15 minutes you need to stir them. So we're just gonna change that to 15 and let it go.
So, how's it going?
Good.
And they're getting there, they're almost done.
The zombie burgers. Ew. So we never had zombie burgers before, so it's gonna be our first time trying zombie burgers. Ooh. Ah.
So this is almost done and it's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good. Everything is green and it's not as sticky, which I thought it would be a little more sticky with the corn syrup.
Like it looks like it shrunk.
Yeah, well yeah, it's gonna shrink. So we'll probably have to do another batch as well. And then one nice thing too about it is that we are gonna put the popcorn in like separate Ziploc bags. So it's an easier treat to have. Instead of having like a dish out at a party, you can put it in separate bags.
Because it is quarantine.
Oh, everything I touch gets ruined.
We're going to a friend's house to trick or treat, but we're setting each other tables and we got our own candy, but we're going around all the picnic tables. So that'll be fun tomorrow. Ooh, some of those zombie burgers looking cool. Oh, you can see a kernel and it looks like a potato.
It smells really good.
Wish you guys could smell it.
So now it says to let it cool, and then you have to seal it in an airtight container. So we're gonna let it cool for a little bit and then put it in a container, and then we will put it in the Ziploc bags tomorrow. But this looks really good. You guys smell it?
I just want to like take one and eat it so
Well,
bad.
it just came out of the oven, so that's probably not the best idea. You will burn your mouth.
Oh right, it will go by itself.
And there you have zombie boogers.
Can I try to do that one?
All right, so the zombie burgers came out of the oven. They've cooled, and we are gonna give it a try. You ready?
3, 2, 1. Tastes like regular oh! Have you ever had that Disney popcorn that's like covered in stuff? That's exactly what it tastes like.
Those are the best boogers I've ever eaten. I don't know about you.
Oh, now you funny too. Oh.
What do y'all think?
That was good.
Good? All right. So I think it's a 2 thumbs up in this family.
That was good. I could have
Can't imagine why. It's a bunch of sugar and...
my total thumbs up.
So with that, happy Halloween Eve. And that is how you make zombie
Burgers.
And with that, thanks for watching.
Toodaloo. Hasta la vista, baby. Peace out. Later, Gator. Bye.
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 And try to shake that. And remember, it's glass, so. So yeah, we're gonna have to put it in a different bowl because it's just not shaking the way it should be, which is fine. I'm ready for some zombie boogers. I don't know about anybody else.
It is quarantine, so because the oven can do everything.
So there you have it. Zombie burgers. Boogers? Boogers. Boogers.
That will be for today's video for making zombie burgers.
Sorry, Alex, is such a lot. We gotta do that.
Sorry.
That's what she was doing. How would you not laugh?